Welcome to Pacific College of Health and Science YouTube channel for the Lunar New Year forecast with Paulynne Cheng. My name is Cynthia Nypris, and I'm the Vice President of Continuing Education here at Pacific College. We hope you will or have checked out our many other YouTube recordings, including Pauline's forecasts from previous years and many special topics of interest about acupuncture, massage therapy, holistic nursing, and health and wellness. This webinar is part of Pacific Center for Lifelong Learning, where we also have a full library of topics of interest for which you can earn continuing education credits. I would like to announce that starting tonight, we are having a Lunar New Year special, 20% off all on-demand recorded classes. We'll put the code in the chat, and we'll send it to you as well. So it's our Lunar New Year special. That's including the safety and ethics that you may need for your national board recertification, a brand new class on demand about classical Chinese medicine approach to gut health with Andrew Nugent-Head, and many, many more of your favorites. Thank you to Rob Nadeau, our manager of Pacific Center for Lifelong Learning, and to Jose Bonilla, our tech host for this evening. Tonight, we're really excited that Paulynne Cheng is here from Malaysia, where it's early in the morning, to share her expertise and tell us about the year of the wood dragon and how we can make it the best year ever. You can put your questions in the chat and we'll relay them to Paulynne, and she may pick some of them up herself when we have time for questions. Please welcome Paulynne Cheng.
Hello, everyone. Hi, Cynthia. Good evening. Okay, to most of my audience, good evening. It's a little weird for me because for me it's good morning. Okay, and just want to start by sharing the screen to make sure that we can see the screen. Can you confirm that we can see the screen? Right? Okay, so it's great to be here with everyone again. This is like our third year running. It's amazing. I'm so grateful. Thank you, Pacific College. My pleasure, absolute pleasure to be with everyone. And as always, I hope to be able to offer value. So how's everybody this evening? You guys had your dinner yet? Okay, so now, okay, we're going to just start by a small introduction. Okay, about me, I'm kind of boring. I was a former communications professional, and today I'm a Bazi and Feng Shui practitioner. So this whole thing for me started as a side gig, but today it's a full-time practice. So guys, I know a thing or two about transitioning from employee to entrepreneur. Enough about me. Let's move on to 2024. Okay. And by the way, if you want to check me out, that's the link to my YouTubes, right? And also the website if you want to check out all the other content that I put out. Okay. So now let's talk about the 2024 chart. This is not a very happy chart. This is not your chart. This is the year's chart. We do this for annual forecast, right? And this is a person. This type of chart is very chaotic. So what we're gonna say is that expect sudden and abrupt changes, right? And a wood and metal clash. This is a metal and this is wood. Okay, if you can see this, right? So a wood and metal clash always hints at problems with the financial market, volatility in the market. So for the investors among us, there is a need to be a little more vigilant with the investments. In fact, this chart is similar to two other years in history. That's 1929, which is the start of the Great Depression, and 1987 when Black Monday happened. So faced with this chart, the only sensible thing to do, number one, please hang on to your jobs. Okay, of course, I'm not saying don't change jobs. I'm saying that please do not quit until you have another job in hand. Okay, do not quit no matter how much you hate your boss. Okay, so in this chart, not your chart, water is the wealth element. And this water element is very weak, sparse, and being controlled by the earth, drained by the wood, trying to clash the fire. So basically, it's like many people drinking from the same well. So what produces water? Metal, right? Metal. Metal in the hour, taking the role of output, which means that all of us will need to innovate our way out of the issues that is being caused by the year. which means that this would be a great year to double down on your backup plan. For those of us who are career professionals, this could be the year you may want to consider starting a side hustle or a side gig. For the business owners, you may also want to start a side business. Basically, we're trying to, when we talk about creating backup plan, it's about creating diversified income, right? So still on water, stay liquid, try to reduce that. I mean, basically, that's good advice anyway, right? But in a year like this, it's actually quite important. So like credit card debts, for example, right? More on water. Water also represents travel and transport. So this scarcity that we're talking about can mean either travel related issues or logistic transport or supply chain issues. For this, it depends on whether or not your business is susceptible to supply chain problems. But listen, it's not all bad news, right? It can't get any worse than this chart, seriously. So this is an indication that we might be hitting the end of a downward spiral. May not happen as fast as 2025, right? But for those of us with some reserves, right, you can keep some money in hand, some liquid in hand, so that you can take advantage of any fire sales that come out, right? So now, enough about the bad news with 2024. Okay, let's go on to what is so significant about 2024. Well, every year is significant, but 2024 is special in one way. It marks the start of period 9. In fact, for me, it feels kind of surreal because it feels like I've been talking about period 9 for yonkers, and now suddenly here it is. Okay, so I believe the same is happening in Western astrology. All those of you watching who are familiar with Western astrology, do share your knowledge as well, right? In Western astrology, they say that we are entering into the age of fire, right? So this table here shows the full, complete feng shui age or cycle, which spans 180 years. So this full span is broken down into periods of 20 years. So basically, what they mean is that they're talking about which energy is in ascendant during that particular 20 years. So from 2024 to 2043, the fire energy is at its most prosperous. So fire represents many things, amongst which joy, passion, hope. So if you are in a business that sells hope, you are perfectly poised for period 9. Fire is also about beauty. If your business or career helps people create inner and outer beauty, you're golden, okay? So fire is advancement. It's about using the latest tech to aid in our business or careers, like, for example, lasers. So expect a lot of advancements in this area, okay? So fire also represents energy and spirituality. More people are becoming more interested in the spiritual side of things. It's a good thing, despite the challenges. We now live in an age of abundance that we have the leisure to think of spiritual fulfillment. And fire is literally one of the two most destructive elements of the five elements. Because it transforms. So again, if you are in the business of transforming lives, of making lives better, you are already in the right space. Which leads us to the final point, right? The attention economy. Fire is visible. The role of fire is to bring warmth to the cold and light to the darkness, which means that in period 9, your personal branding, either as a business owner or a career professional, is going to play a big part in your success. And that is the crux of my sharing today. Okay, now, at the risk of sounding like I'm sharing something really basic, the core of marketing is very simple. See, in the course of my practice, I've noticed a consistent pattern, right? Health professionals spend years and a lot of dedication picking up the technical knowledge, as you should, okay, right? But um, you didn't learn how to market, All right. So this is quite basic. In terms of marketing, we're either moving people from pain or we're moving people to pleasure, right? Which do you think is easier? Okay. There's a lag between what I'm saying and the live stream, so I'm not gonna wait. All right. But this is the reason why I'm excited to share with this particular group. In fact, the sharing that I'm about to do can only be done with a very specific audience like yourselves that shares a single commonality, right? Why? Because it's easier to move people from pain than to move them to pleasure. Okay. And each and every one of you has the gift, the knowledge, and the capacity to remove pain. Okay. So now, unlike last year, where I encouraged you to drill down into the other pillars of the chart, this year I thought I'd share with everyone how we can use your year zodiac stars for your marketing and advertising campaigns, specifically keyword marketing. Okay, this can be applied for marketing or advertising for the business owners. For career professionals, all right, you can use this to enhance your personal branding so that you can grow your career. So you would be thinking now, what on earth? How on earth, Pauline? Are you for real? So, right, for business owner, you run ads, right? You have some form of social media marketing going on, means you have ongoing content. Yes, right? For the career professionals looking to enhance your personal branding, the content that you consistently share in your personal IG, LinkedIn, TikTok, whichever one that is your preferred, those are your personal branding. You see, because the year represents your market. The stories you tell on your content marketing acts to magnetize exactly those type of people to you. So in essence, it's almost like I'm going to give you your customer avatar for a year. Okay, so if it's easier to move people from pain, then we need to create opportunities where people with that specific pain can come to you. So here's the first shift of perspective for you. Marketing is not dirty, it's not about being mercenary, right? Instead, it's doing your customers a favor. Why? You enable them to seek help. You are putting yourself in position so that the people who can benefit from your help can access to you. So it's never about us. Marketing is always about our clients. Also, I need to stress consistency is the key here. Okay, one post won't work, no magic, but one post a week, now we're getting somewhere. So this time around, I'm not asking anyone to plot your chart, of course, if you've already done so. Okay. And but everyone knows your year animal, right? So like maybe you're born in the year of the dragon. I see it now in the chat, someone saying, what does this mean? I have the year of the born in the year of the dragon, born in the year of snake, dog, whatever. So that's all you need to know. You guys know that already. Okay. And okay. But in doing so, first, an important disclaimer, I am not a health professional. Some of the ideas represented by the zodiac stars may not be applicable to your situation, as in, you may not be in the position to use the stars, maybe perhaps due to maybe licensing issues, or could it be that you don't really have any knowledge in that sector just yet? Or maybe you just don't want to use it that way. That's fine. These are just suggestions or ideas that you could lean into as you prep your marketing for the year. Okay, so this time I'm not going in any particular order. We're going to get really random here because all the stars in each animal sign tells you a story, it brings you a story to tell in your content marketing, in your keyword marketing. Okay, guys? Right, we're gonna start with the so-called the worst one. Okay, who was born in the year of the rabbit? Any rabbits here? Okay, so the rabbit is like the worst of the lot, right? Everyone agrees. It's like, oh my God, it's horrible, it's horrible, horrible. But if you have the rabbit in the year pillar, I'm pretty sure 98% of the viewers in the Pacific College channel are healthcare professionals, right? And oh, by the way, guys, okay, Can you hit that subscribe button? Okay. So in that case, well, if you have the rabbit in your year as a health professional, congratulations. Remember, year pillar represents our market. Your market is sick. What are you waiting for? Tell them what you can cure. Pick a few, right? The market is literally crying out for a heavenly doctor. That heavenly doctor, my friends, is you. With your skills, can you be the human representative of the heavenly doctor for your patients? So sell the wellness, create content with tips or hacks for achieving wellness. Can be physical wellness, mental wellness, spiritual wellness. Guys, it can even be toenail wellness. Okay, I don't care what wellness that you're going. It's asking you to create this type of content because the market is looking for a solution, right? Can this be applied to the career professionals? Of course. Okay, your specialty. See, for career professionals, where we direct our content is where opportunities are likely to come. So, as career professionals, we too need to sell ourselves. So, you need to talk about what specialty you have, what you can do, right? What else can we do with this type of stars? The sixth harm actually talks about a feeling of betrayal. When a person falls ill, we often feel like our bodies have betrayed us when, well, in most cases, in actual fact, we were probably the ones who did the betraying in the first place. But well, what can we do with this? Create content to help people with a mindset shift towards wellness and the gold plate. Right. This is about frustration and recklessness. It's moodiness. It's stubborn thinking. It's irritability, bad mood, basically short tempered. Can use this in two ways. Number one, can your business or career offer emotional support to the ill? Or as well as, I mean, most of you guys do physical support, but can you create something that offers emotional support? Or number two, can you create a program that supports the caregivers? Okay. But beyond the content marketing ideas, if you have the rabbit anywhere in your chart, making time for your own personal well being, keeping your own energy up, either through exercise, healthy eating, giving yourself time to rest and recuperate, will be important in 2024 because healer, heal thyself. Okay. So it's a year to maybe slow down a little bit, build on the achievements from the previous years. Okay, so that's it for the rabbit. Now, let's moving on to the monkey. What if you have monkey in your year pillar? Sure, monkey may not have a lot of positive stars, but with these three stages here, there's a possibility that your work will be recognized. So how are we going to create selling strategies with the monkey in the year? This bunch, okay, is about toxic work environment. So what you could do is that you could create content about the effects of a toxic work environment, about the toll it takes on a person's mental and physical health, all that fear and suspicion turning inwards, eating them up on the inside, and of course talk about how you can help, about how you can bring back balance, right? But one thing you must be aware, who's got the monkey in their chart? Okay, who's got the monkey in their chart? Tell me, right? If you have the monkey in your year pillar, please ensure to make time for your compliances and indemnity sorted, basically licensing. Okay, malpractice insurance, that sort of thing, because the back poking can mean customer complaints, a slight uptick in customer complaints. So all this is great for business owners, but what about career professionals? You will likely know a lot of friends or acquaintances who could be struggling with office environment. Suddenly, that seems to be the topic of the year whenever you meet up for coffee, right? So, what's to do? Maybe here's your chance to start a side hustle, offering support to those who are going through this stuff. But most importantly, you don't contribute to the toxicity. Okay. Alternatively, can you brand yourself as a specialist in these types of disorders, or in 2024 become a compliance specialist, share your knowledge about compliance related topics. Another possible topic to explore, the earth killing. All right, it represents issues caused by environmental factors. In your case, because you are a health professional, most likely would be illnesses caused by specific environmental factors. If you have the capacity to deal with these types of issues, here's your opportunity to get in on this type of services. So let me summarize. 3 stages, great for reputation building, be it as a business owner or a career professional. This alone can bring you collaboration opportunities in 2024. And these collaborations uh, should be targeted at taking your business or your career to the next level, right? So let's move to the next one. The dog. This is the one that everyone is interested in because it's the year breaker. Okay, so now, who was born in the year of the dog? Tell me, right? So I'll tell you straight up. Simple. When a clash happens anywhere in your chart, the operative word is change. For the career professional, maybe change who you affiliate with on a professional basis. Now, I'm not saying we should just drop our friends tomorrow and hope not exclusively with the decision makers and bosses, but our friends and contacts have a big but subtle influence on our career progression. If we spend all our time with people who do nothing but complain about how they feel stuck and they don't like this, they don't like that, guess what? We get stuck too. Okay, so maybe this year, toxic people delete, takers delete, or use this change in a positive way. Expand your friend circle, get to know a more diverse group of people, and similarly change how you promote yourself. This one's easy. If you've never included your work in your social media profile, start in 2024. That's a change, right? So regardless, okay, if you have the dog anywhere in your chart in 2024, it's better, easier to direct the change. A clash here is easier to manage when we direct the change instead of waiting for the change to change us. And as always, anytime a year breaker comes along, it brings its twin, the greater consumer. This represents money being spent. Change that spending mentality. Instead of spending, invest. Okay, why? Because we have the national treasure. It's a star of financial authority and literacy. All right, and the business owners among us know understanding finance is actually quite important when it comes to running a business, right? So, but what about the keyword marketing? What about the content marketing ideas? Can we use this for in to magnetize a first flight of customers to us? You bet. Okay, most health professionals will agree. I think most of you guys will agree with me. Getting patients to take responsibility for their part in the recovery process is often the first step before a breakthrough, right? You guys can prescribe all kinds of stuff, but if they don't take it, then how? Right? So you give them a prescription, it's their responsibility to follow through. This is what you can use. Create content about your process, your timelines, about the importance of follow through in treatments. And I'm sure you've all witnessed how illnesses can change not just one person's life, but the lives of those around them. So talk about it, start the dialogue, right? If you, as a career professional or a business owner, can create programs that help people navigate these changes and stress, 2024 is giving you just that opportunity to do so. Okay, the sky sadness and the leopard tail here, all right, are typically depression or emotional related issues. It's the emotional imbalance that happens when one is not well or when one is a caregiver. So if you find yourself in the position to create programs that not only help patients, but at the same time offer support to their caregivers, 2024 is giving you this opportunity. So I think you can see where I'm going now. By creating these types of contents, we attract these types of patients to you. All right. But again, I stress not everyone is in position to use this type of ideas, which is fine. But with the dog in your chart, especially if it's in the year, do try to explore new ways of communicating with your customers. So basically, that is talking about the change. Okay. So now, next up, who's born in the year of the horse? Okay. Now, the horse has so many negative stars. It's like, okay. But we focus on the good stuff first. Okay. Relief got heavenly relief. These are problem solvers. So, as health professionals, isn't that what you do? You provide relief, right? Relief from pain, from anxiety, from suffering. Isn't that what you do on a daily basis? So, two powerful problem solving stars coming together means this is going to be a problem solving year. Great. Which then begets the question, what problems can I solve? Okay. A few of these negative stars I tend to ignore when my client is a health professional, right? First up, because the funeral door, earth funeral, right? Health professionals is this is something you deal with every day. You are already in this environment because sadly not all patients would make it. Same with the blood knife. Okay. Using sharp instruments is part of your daily routine. With this one, just be extra careful, be extra mindful when you're dealing with sharp instruments, okay, because you may accidentally cut yourself. This is just a warning. Now, the best one for marketing and branding is actually the prison star, or some plotters will call it prison inmates, right? These describe patients who have a very limited perspective of their illness or situation. Are we all not alternative healers here? Push the alternative. Make them aware that there are options. There are other ways to help them. Market the alternative. You don't need to like for example, if you can help someone with insomnia, which to me is really torture, okay, can help someone with insomnia and they think they have no option but to suffer through it. Okay, so put yourself in position so that those people with insomnia can come to you and get help. So the calamity Shah, okay, Great Shah and the flying chase talks about accidents, mishaps, or in some cases maybe even natural disasters. This one might sound a little mercenary if you just look at it from a surface level, right? Create special packages to benefit victims of natural disasters. But look beyond the surface. Are you not helping as well? Is this not part of your contribution to your community? So, what about the rest? Well, separating it is an argument star. It's polarizing. In social media marketing, especially, sometimes there is a need to be polarizing. So, take a stance against something, against limited perspectives. Why are you suffering so much? You don't need to suffer. Let us help you, right? So, okay, that's it for the horse. Gonna move on to the tiger. Okay, now, if you're born in the tiger, all right, on the plus side, this is a great year for exploratory growth. Put out feelers, test out new markets, because the sky horse, which is one of the wealth stars, is actually a vehicle of growth. What this vehicle might be depends. Could be a contact, could be an advertising platform, a new skill, new business partners, could be a variety of things. This is for you to test out, right? So this works the same for career professionals. This is a year to be looking at branching out of your comfort zone and try new things. This is how you grow your career, right? And on the branding front, what type of content can we create? Skydog, these are accident related injuries. Example, maybe, deep tissue damage, maybe whiplash, those kind of stuff. Injuries that heal faster with treatment instead of merely taking painkillers. I know this sounds like, I'm asking you to become an ambulance chaser in 2024. I'm not. Okay, but can you think of common accident related injuries and create the content for it? Okay, sky cry. This one is pretty good. Most people don't know this, but you guys are the expert. Emotions are often the first clue that something is physically wrong. So we need to advertise our treatments to help bring back balance, not just physically, but emotionally. I mean, most of you guys study the five elements for health. At the risk of telling you something you already know, we in Bazi, when wood has gone crazy, then the person is angry all the time. When fire is too much, right, the person finds it hard to sustain happiness and contentment. When water goes wonky, paranoia starts kicking in, overthinking, because water governs fear. If metal is in overdrive, sadness, irritability, gloom, melancholy, that's the result. And if earth is out of balance, there's a lot of anxiety. So, five elements, literally 5 weeks of content for you. Okay, so there's so many emotions. The sky cry is talking about emotions. So many emotions out there. You could go on this arc for a year, guys, right? And again, here I de-emphasize the funeral guests purely because my audience are health professionals and you are already in this environment. Okay, next, we're gonna talk about the goat with too many nobleman stars. Okay, so with the moon star, which is a star of, which is both a nobleman as well as a star of entrepreneurial ideas. If you're a career professional, 2024 may be the year that you get that big idea that both terrifies you and compels you at the same time to start something on your own. Now, all three of these positive stars, as mentioned, are nobleman stars. Great for anyone in the nobleman business. Okay, so you would be thinking, what on earth is a nobleman business? You guys are in nobleman business. You guys are in the business of helping people get better, live better lives. You guys are noblemen. So instead of waiting for a nobleman to come and rescue us, okay, we can use this nobleman stars proactively by extending our help first. Also, in a year with, well, this many nobleman stars, you need one important skill, the ability to recognize help when it is offered, right? Which means that this is a year that you could focus on building positive relationships with potential noble people, mentors, and teachers, because nobleman help is always a two-way street. When I do my consult, sometimes clients will ask me, are these noblemen new people that I know, or are they people I already know? Obviously, if you already know them, if you've already got a relationship going with them, a friendship maybe, or as colleagues, all right, obviously it's easier to tap into those types of noblemen. So, okay, you have a lot to play with in terms of for the goal. Firstly, great assembly, work related accidents. If you market or create social media content surrounding common work related injuries, you stand a high chance of pulling these clients to you. Let's take this a step further. Can you reach out to other organizations with a higher risk of work related injuries and offer to be on their panel of healthcare professionals? Absolutely, right? So, for example, just a very common example, right? Offering to support your local firehouse because the rescue workers, they stand a high chance of injury, work-related injuries. Okay, hook spirit. Okay, this for health professionals, this can mean treating chronic or hereditary illnesses. I don't think I need to elaborate on this. Think of what you can do in terms of supporting chronic or hereditary illnesses. But on a personal side, since we're talking about heavenly, the nobleman, if you have the goat in your year, this spirit can actually represent um, friends or colleagues that you may have lost contact with. As we move along, sometimes we lose touch with certain people. This could be a good year to re-establish contact. Okay. And through these contacts, they might be bringing you opportunities, right? And as if all that is not enough, the piercing rope is talking about stress related illnesses. So if in your business or career, you are able to provide treatment for any one of these three, expect to see a lot of growth. So as you can see, this is a very nuanced way of using the zodiac stars, especially the one in the year pillar. How do I know it works, guys? I've been using it for years. Okay, so how about we move on to the dragon next? Okay, so I'm just gonna take, before I start with the dragon, I'm just gonna take a quick look at the chat. The chat's kind of silent, guys. I'm getting worried. Okay, so now,
We have
okay,
questions whenever you're ready, Paulynne. We have a few questions.
all right then. Okay, so for the dragon, the boss of 2024, the Grand Duke. Okay, so for the Grand Duke can bring problems regardless if you are a career professional or if you are a business owner, right? Grand Duke is literally calling us to take ownership, step up to the leadership position. So this is what it says, take on the leadership mantle. So this is a good year to ask for or accept more responsibilities. Also, with the elegant seal, a good year to upskill. So if you don't know what to upskill, well, Pacific College has this whole plethora of courses that you can sign into, right? So now stepping up may not be easy. I can't promise you that it will be pleasant, but it's an opportunity to showcase what you're capable of, right? When we step up, when we upskill, this guy, the golden carriage, brings opportunities. So how then can we use the negative stars for branding in 2024? Firstly, the year punishment, illnesses caused by self-sabotage, such as addiction. Addiction is the most likely because the dragon punishment is the inability to let go. So if you can use your skills and knowledge to help people overcome addiction, you follow my drift. Okay. So uh for those of you who are responding now, like Melinda saying I'm water dragon, and RJW says I'm wood dragon, we've got a metal dragon. So basically, if you can help people with the inability, you probably beginning to see a lot of this type of clients. Their issues come about because there is something they cannot let go of. It's self-sabotage, right? So you probably see an uptick in these types of clients already. So when you create content marketing around this topic, you allow people with these issues to come and access your help. You follow my drift. Okay. So hidden corpse, this is literally what alternative or holistic healing is good for. Talk about treating beyond the symptoms, treating the root cause. This is your topic for the year. Okay. So next, Rooster. Not all roosters had a great year in 2023, but 2024 is here. Better news all around. For those who went through a challenging 2023, 2024 brings an opportunity to create a new alignment. After a change of 2023, a chance to get yourself aligned again, aligning action to vision. Okay, so this grand deal combination can bring either partnership opportunities or career opportunities. More specifically, the opportunity to partner with a bigger party. Okay, so for the singles, all right, peach blossom means that likability is through the roof. Okay, and with the imperial advisor, opportunity to access a mentor, a guru, a great teacher in Pacific College, maybe. Alternatively, opportunity to position yourself as an advisor. So, to be honest, the negative stars in the rooster don't really lend themselves to marketing for a health professional. Most of them are petty fights, some passive aggressive behavior. The lesser consumer is minor expenses going out. So just keep an eye on your budget. Or business owners can use this for test marketing, right? Basically, use these expenses for something of value instead of just retail therapy. Although, of course, some retail therapy now and then is good for our psyche, isn't it? But there is one in particular that health professionals can use, the salty pool. If you're looking to create, or if you're, again, I stress, if you are able to, right? If you're looking to create perhaps a new line of products or services, or if you are a career professional looking for a way to differentiate yourself and you happen to have the rooster in the year, you could actually market sexual wellness. Today, these days, we're a little prudish about sex. Well, we've always, I'm in Asia, we're always prudish about sex. But isn't a healthy sex life the core of a happy life? Doesn't a healthy sexual life contribute towards better physical, mental, emotional, and even social life, right? In fact, I was a little hesitant to share this nugget, but for health professionals, I feel obliged that I need to tell you. For health professional with Rooster in your year, the bigger opportunity here is to serve the market that needs help treating sexually transmitted diseases. It's not saying you're going to get one. Okay, guys, stop thinking negative. All right. This is about attracting people who has need for this type of treatments to you if you can use it. That's why there are always a few varieties for you to choose from. Okay. So next, it's time for the rats to represent. Who's got rat in the year? Born in the year of the rat. Okay. So the rat is great for those of you who can infuse a layer of spirituality into what you do as a career professional or business owner. Okay. See, the golden lock is a wealth star. Tai Chi nobleman is an opportunity to unlock your own gifts of spirituality. Okay. So as health professionals, that instinct or gut feel about what a patient is truly talking about. So as health professionals, you guys have all experienced this, I'm very sure. Your patients are talking about, oh, my head hurts, my finger hurts, and all that, but you're thinking that, no, there's more at play here. This is Tai Chi Nobleman. It helps you, whether or not you want to play in the spiritual field, that's up to you. But in general, it the presence of the Tai Chi Nobleman helps you to increase confidence in your gut feel. All right. So to use the golden lock, you need to launch a campaign. So, right, think of, like, for example, Apple phones. Before a new model drops, they don't just announce it and that's it. They create an entire campaign leading up to that big event. So what type of campaign can you create? A suggestion. We use the peeling head. Emotional balance again, emotional wellness, and the keyword of our times, depression and mental wellness. A lot of what this audience knows is holistic treatments. It's about helping clients regaining balance. As mentioned previously, for physical health, we need a balance of the elements. So this works for both business owners and career professionals. Of course, easier for business owners to control their marketing content. A business owner can easily hire someone and automatically create a new product. For career professionals, this is also an opportunity to infuse your personal branding with an added layer of spirituality. Now, we all know that spirituality is not always about the woo woo, it's about helping people to create that first layer, mind body alignment. So, if you in your practice can add in this element, I don't know, yoga, qigong, tai chi, meditation, this type of stuff, if you can infuse your personal branding with that, this is a great year to do so. Okay, so using the year, the rat in the year pillar to market yourself is all about creating that body, mind, and spirit alignment. Okay, and this is period 9. the market is interested. The market is looking exactly for this type of products, for this type of services. Okay. So now, moving on to the pick, as we go along, the positive stars get more and more. Okay. So if you're born in the year of the pig, I want you to know that you have access to resources with the Emperor star. So what we're going to do with this resources, we use the Academy star, or sometimes known as the Study Hall star. This brings enhanced learning capacities. So we use these resources to learn something that unlocks a new opportunity for you. So for example, right, another course in Pacific College, for example, that unlocks the next level. It's like playing a game, you reach a certain level, then you need to unlock the next level, right? So alternatively, you could also consider that your market is also searching for knowledge to unlock their own skills. So maybe this could be a good year to conduct some classes, because for uh, excuse me, for career professionals looking to side gig, one possible way, again, if your employment contract allows it, is to do some online classes. Because look at us, we are talking across time zones now, right? And it's a great way to scale. But more specifically for health professionals, the Emperor Star brings you in contact with a market segment who are already successful, which means here is the opportunity to start the dialogue about rich people's diseases, or diseases of affluence. Example, gout. Maybe you guys better uh, advise me on this. It could be gout, could be maybe certain types of diabetes, something like that. Okay, so diseases of affluence. Another opportunity for those born in the year of the pig could be if you could create services designed to boost the immune system, right? Because the dark sky talks about viral attacks or communicable diseases. Of recent times, of course, COVIDs and the effects of long COVID, for example. And also, right, by the way, because the Emperor star brings you in contact again with affluent people, here is also an opportunity to create a premium service for what you do, be it as a business, as a career, or even as a side hustle. Okay, this is the opportunity for the pig. Okay, so Sai Baby 8 is telling me in the chat, I'm the year of the pig. So Sai Baby 8, Sai Babe 8, sorry, wrong. Sai Babe 8, this is the year that you can create this type of content for yourself. Okay, so give me a second, guys. I need a sip of water. Okay, sorry. Too excited, almost lost my voice. Two more to go. Two of the strongest zodiacs in 2024. Let's go with the ox, which is due for a reboot. Now, the ox, in terms of auxiliary stars, over the last couple of years, and it is not so nice. But finally, now comes the reboot. So, what's happening is this: the ox has a destruction relationship with the dragon. I know this term sounds scary. All right. What it means is that in 2024, if you have the ox in your chart, you need to reposition your personal branding. Give it a breath of fresh air, so to speak. If the ox is elsewhere in your chart, a certain level of revamp is also required. If it's in the month, revamp your job description or how you run your business. If it's in the day, revamp your daily routine. If it's in the hour, be open to a change of mindset. Because with the positive stars, the Jade Hall in particular, this one, okay, your knowledge has increased in value. Okay, to be technical, the Jade Hall just means that something has increased in value. Something. It could be a physical asset or an intangible asset like your knowledge or your skill, which means that this could be a good year if you are so inclined to create your IP, write an ebook. Okay. Writing an ebook builds credibility. especially for health professionals. And in this instance, okay, admittedly, not easy for health professionals to use these negative stars. Most of them are argumentative in nature. Okay, again, it doesn't mean that you will be suddenly embroiled in all sorts of arguments, okay? After all, we do have some self mastery, don't we? So, a more likely scenario for health professionals, all right, uh, could be issues surrounding patient doctor confidentiality, because that's the cold tongue. Arguments that start because you are unable to divulge certain informations, which means that here is an opportunity to market yourself as a health professional who truly respects patient doctor confidentiality. Okay. Another possible marketing topic is the prosperity star. We all love to see the prosperity start, but the when someone is on a negative spiral, this star can turn into eating disorders. So we could be talking about anorexia, bulimia, binge eating, so on and so forth. Again, you guys are the doctors here. Okay. So again, to reiterate, the type of content I put in my content or keyword marketing attracts that type of people to you. That's how social media algorithm works. And because I have these stars in my year pillar, I have the chance to pull them to me so that I can help them and improve my career or business at the same time, right? So for health professionals is literally really is really easy because you have easy keywords. For example, I actually have BPPV. And so sometimes I will forget what type of exercises I should do because it doesn't happen very often, but it does happen like once a year. And so I'll go onto YouTube and then I'll search for BPPV exercises. So you already have that term. People know what to search. All you need to do is to create the type of content that can resonate with them and allow them. Again, guys, marketing is not a dirty word. Marketing helps your clients because it gives them access to help that they need. Okay, so we're going to wrap up with the snake. Hey, you've got the snake in the year. Snake is literally the influencer star of 2024. Okay. So you better be visible because this zodiac sign has got a lot of visibility. First and foremost, the great sun. It's the sun. Everybody can see the sun. What does the sun represent? Warmth, brightness, hope, light. The sun is the strongest nobleman star. So with this coming to you, please be networking, focus on your contribution, allow people the chance to get to know you, to understand what you do. The only caution here is the robbery star and sky emptiness. This can mean that people may steal your ideas or your leads, or it can also mean that you may have inadvertently overcommitted yourself. So just be mindful not to overshare. We can't let one or two bad stars keep us from using all the positive stars, right? So, are there any specific topics that we can be using with the snake? Yes, I find it among the positive stars, especially the sky happiness. Indeed, today we see sky happiness as a networking star, but in the olden days, the sky happiness is about happy personal events, marriages, and most specifically, birth of babies, which means if you have the capacity or you are in the position to help couples with fertility or reproductive issues, this is a natural topic to talk about in your keyword marketing in 2024. Another possible topic, the heavenly chef. Again, considered as a networking star because when we network, what's the best way to network? We eat together, we share a meal together, right? So the heavenly chef means that there is awesome good food. I experienced this last year because it was in my year pillar last year. I put on 2 kilos as a result. Okay, so if the service you provide can help with weight management, this would also be a very natural topic for 2024. But a final reminder, even if you have, even if these two suggestions are not 100% applicable to you, at the very least, if you are born in the year of the snake. Please, please, please make sure that you are active on social media in 2024. Or at least, if social media is not your thing, fine. At least, please be active in the community. Okay, the community that you serve. Okay, so that brings me to the end of my presentation. Before I take any questions, I just want to make sure that I wish everybody a very happy new year ahead. Okay, so Cynthia, I'm ready for the questions.
Okay, we have a lot of questions, of course, for people who are born in certain years. So I think I'll ask the questions that aren't that first, and then if we can get to some of those. For people who have a low score on the fire element in their birth chart, should period 9 bring progress?
Yes, if you have a low fire in your chart, when period 9 comes along, basically what it means is that the fire energy in everybody's chart will increase. So it depends on how you want to use it, will depend on what role fire plays in your chart. So to really answer that question, I need to know the day master for I saw it was a flying rice ball, onigiri. So flying rice ball, for to really answer that question, we need to know what role fire plays in your chart.
Okay, so if the person who asked that question at the very beginning wants to identify themselves in the chat and let us know that, you can. In the meantime, you talked about for the dog there being the dog being a year breaker. What does it mean to be a year breaker?
Basically, every year there will always be a year breaker. In the 12 zodiacs is actually a circle, and so the one that is directly opposite the Grand Duke will be the year breaker. So when all the animal signs takes a turn at being the year breaker, and the reason for that is we all need to change. That's basically what a year breaker means, that there is a need to change certain parts of our lives. Without that change, things cannot happen. So growth cannot happen. So it's like, think of like, a caterpillar has to change into a chrysalis before it becomes a butterfly. That kind of change needs to happen. So it's there's been a lot of fear around being year breaker, but really, guys, if you can direct the change, you can actually turn it into your favor.
Right. And if we know our child, father, mother, and elder pillar animals, should we pay attention to those as well with regard to the marketing and personal branding?
Okay. For marketing and personal branding, it's only your chart and it's your year pillar. Okay, Sarah? Okay. So when it comes to using your own parts chart to think of your child, your parents, and your family elders, right? Please remember one very important thing. My chart, my perspective. So this is from my perspective that I feel my child is going through all that. They have their own parts charts too. So in terms of personal branding, it's always your own chart, your year pillar.
These two questions are related. And I know there's lots of different places where people can find this, and we put some in the chart. But somebody asked, how can I find out what animal I am? And a related question, is January really the New Year's?
Uh, in Chinese metaphysics, okay, first of all, I'm just going to put the link into the chat. The plotter. There are plenty of online plotters, guys. This is the one that I use regularly, and I'm putting it into the chat. Okay, and the actual transition from one year to the other, because Chinese metaphysics goes on the solar calendar. Right, it follows the solar calendar. So the year always transitions on February 4th. This is the one that we call I don't the spring equinox. I think that's the English name for it. So it's called Lap Chun, and so that's the year officially. Chinese New Year itself is a cultural celebration. So that one follows the lunar calendar.
And I think the rest of the questions are primarily about different animals, like the one that just came in. What is your best advice for wood dragons this year? Not just for business, but for life in general.
Um, for life in general, not just for business, if you have the wood dragon in the year and you're meeting a wood dragon, the first thing that we need to happen is that you yourself need to understand that there is a need to let go. So the positive stars cannot work for you if you don't allow this discomfort to happen, this discomfort growth to happen. So the being the Grand Duke means becoming the boss. So I'm taking charge, regardless of whether as a business owner or as a career professional, right? It brings in this leadership element. All right. And so the trick to using the dragon well is I need to learn how certain aspects of my life, or certain, could be an old, it could be a hang up over something, an old way of doing things. It could be a hang up over a certain ideal. It could be a certain OCDness in terms of the way we work. It could be many things. It depends on the chart. All right. But a certain element of letting go is very important.
Great. Well, you know what? Our time is up. I know many of you would love to hear more information about your individual animals. There's lots on Paulynne's website, so you can check out the Hidden Sun. Paulynne, if there's any other place where they should go besides the Hidden Sun, let us know that.
If you, because the way at the risk of sounding like I'm marketing myself, here's the thing. Because I in this presentation I was very skewed towards health professionals. So if you guys are just curious about the technical part, then please visit my YouTube channel, and because I have long videos about those stars. So you can go ahead and do this. All right. I hope everyone has benefited at least from and gotten some ideas. This is what I'm hoping to do, spark ideas.
Paulynne, thank you so very, very much. And thank you again to Rob Nadeau from Pacific Center for Lifelong Learning, to Jose Bonilla, who's our tech host. If you weren't here at the beginning, we're launching our Lunar New Year sale on Pacific Center for Lifelong Learning, 20% off on all on-demand recorded classes until February 12th. We'll send you the code, and it'll be at Pacific Center for Lifelong Learning. If we can get into the chat before you're gone, we'll do that as well. Again, thank you, Paulynne. We'll see y'all next time.
See you guys next time. Happy New Year. 恭喜發財!